Listen, man, this dude makes me laugh. I want to introduce y'all. I'm sure y'all hip to him on the internets. His video's big out there. The song's big. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. What part of Atlanta?
Southside, College Park.
OG?
Maco.
Is it Maco or Maco?
It's Maco.
OG Maco. What makes you an OG, my G?
Man, I taught all these young boys everything they know.
All of them?
All of them.
You dropping names? You saying names?
Nah,
you're not going to talk about your son? Because it sounds like you're trying to son everybody.
Nah, I ain't trying to get nobody no indictments.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So let's get into the song for the people that don't know.
Let's get it.
Get into it. Why don't you intro it for the people?
Hey, man. It's OG Maco, OGG, QC, and this is my new hit. Call it You Guessed It.
There you go. Talk about it. This song makes me laugh out loud. We're going to talk about this song when we wrap this up.
Let's get it.
Because I want to know what bitch you talking about.
Fuck nigga on sight. Bitch, you guessed it. Still in that place. And I'm flexing. Bitch, you guessed it. I'm still with my niggas. Come and test us. OGG. Bitch, you guessed it. Walking around with extra in my pockets. Bitch, you next to us. Why the fuck are you next to us? Bitch, you should come test us. I seen what you rocking, and bitch, you can't dress with us. Still with my
Yo,
niggas
Maco.
and we
Yo.
flexing.
OG Maco here, Ebro in the morning. I had to get you on this program when I heard you was available because this song makes me laugh out loud. Tell me about this song in the recording process. Like, how did it happen? You heard the beat first. You had this idea first. Like, how did it happen?
Nah. I went to Hooters with my old lady, and
So you got a girlfriend? I respect
something,
it.
Something like that. I went to Hooters and I got drunk as shit with her, and I came back home, and I've been cussing my engineer out all week. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we trying to be great, nigga. You ain't trying to be great. You don't do shit. All you do is sleep all day.
Smoke weed all day.
Yeah. So I walk in the house, and I see him sitting there, and he like sleep at the damn MIDI keyboard. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck you been doing? And he's like, yeah, bro, I made your beats. I was like, man, you make shit. And walked upstairs. I was mad. I was in there fuming. I was trying to play my Xbox and just like block it out. But I felt like it was coming. You know what I'm saying? Like our time was coming. And so I walked back downstairs. I damn near slapped him. And I was like, hey, man, matter of fact, I did. I slapped him in the back of the head. I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, let me hear what you made. And then before he could even press the space bar, I was like, man, fuck that shit. And I grabbed the headphones off his head. And I put them on my head. I was like, man, press record. You gonna find out what happened when you do this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And so the first time me hearing the Bitch You Guessed It beat or any of that shit was when I actually recorded it, because I never heard the beat.
So
before.
It was almost a freestyle, like you was just off the dome.
No, it was. I had never had in my life said Bitch You Guessed It before that moment. I had never said any of that shit. But it's just literally, I might have said it all independently to different people. Like, bitch, you next to us. Like, why the fuck are you next to us? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't dress with us, so... You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But it was never I never had that concept in my head.
Now, the ideal of calling somebody a bitch, let's dig a little deeper. You just told bitches you can't dress with us. Why you stand next to us? You talking to a female? You talking to niggas that's trying to...
No, I'm talking about bitch niggas. Bitch niggas. Like, if you're a female and it's an actual another female and you think they're a bitch nigga, then it's like, bitch, you next to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never tell women not to stand next to me.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
That's weird. That's real weird. And then women wouldn't have to dress with me. You know what I'm saying? I really want them to undress with me.
You did talk about it.
Yeah, but I mean, you got a lot of, especially in Atlanta, you know, and a lot of people, a lot of places now, it's hella like uniformity and shit.
What do you mean by that?
Like everybody
doing the same thing.
Everybody doing the same thing, or everybody want to be cool. Everybody want to ride waves. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't got to be musical. It could be any kind of wave. You know, so people just adapt into it. And it just came from like the fact when I made that song, I had already made hella shit beforehand, and we were screaming OGG nonstop.
What's OGG with?
OGG is the company and the crew and the clique and the family, and it means originality gains greatness.
Okay.
And that's me and my boys. And like we was walking around Atlanta screaming the shit, you know what I'm saying? And everybody was like, you know, fuck OGG. That's where all that shit come from, you know, what the fuck is OGG? Because that's what everybody was trying to tell us. Like, just because we came out of nowhere, we wasn't important or we wasn't relevant. Like, nigga, it don't matter. Fuck you and your 5 years. I don't give a fuck if it took you 5 years to get where you at. We can do it in 5 months. Then salute us instead of that hating that shit you doing. You know, but that's what niggas was doing. That's where they was coming from. It wasn't no love. You know what I'm saying? That's where actually the song Love in the City came from. I recorded that shit before Bitch You Guessed It. The one I just dropped the video, you know.
Yeah.
I made that out of pure frustration. The same way though, I was drunk as shit, drinking Bel Air Rosé.
It's a little bit of mystical in your like when you turn up in the record.
Everybody say that, but I don't.
Because that's where because Mystical was that rapper that would be rhyming, he would get frustrated and turn up in the middle of his verse and then calm down and then turn back up. We feel that, but that's not what you're trying to do.
No, I'm just crazy as shit. So I mean, I only heard like 2 Mystical records in my whole life. You know, so everybody be like, "Oh, you like the new Mystical?" You know what I'm saying? I even take.
It's a compliment though.
It's a great compliment. Him and Pastor Troy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People say that all the time, and I'll take both of them. But mine really come from like rock and shit. You know what I'm saying? Pure anger. You know, like you look at rock music and it's emotion, it's energy. They don't really care about how deep the lyrics are, as long as you get the point.
The emotion,
the emotion,
the heart.
And so when I'm making most of my music, that's what I care about first. I know I can do lyrics. A lot of people don't know I'm a lyricist. A lot of people don't know I have content, but I do know a lot of people know I got emotion first. You know what I'm saying?
People connect to that though,
Yeah,
and I think it makes me laugh out loud. Like when I first heard the record, it just sounded like somebody standing in the booth cursing somebody out, which is why I loved it.
Effectively, what was going on?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the "You Was Right" part was about the only part that didn't come out of anger. I didn't realize it until like days later. But my sister, she taught me math when I was real little. And she made these tapes, and she would say like 3 + 3, and then the shit would hold, and it was like is, and then you press play, and it was like 6. You was right, you know what I'm saying?
Ah, got it.
And so I was drunk and not thinking about that. I was just saying it, and then like a couple days later, I listened to the song. I was like, fuck, that's the shit my sister used to say. You was right on the video. So that's like probably the only part that came from a happy place.
And you say you was from South Side.
Yeah, College Park, Old Neck. Copy Road.
What's the difference between that and SWAT? Like I wouldn't claim to be like an Atlanta aficionado, so I'm familiar with SWAT, Sue Outkast, and Dungeon Family.
Right.
Is it saying that's different?
Nah, it's different. You got the SWATs is a lot closer to the actual like city of Atlanta. You know, like literally downtown, and you got the actual like South Side, Old Nat. So
who separated y'all? So Old National is.
We separated us. I mean, it's just how shit go though. You know, when you in Atlanta, you got people who from the 6, you got people from the East Side who never leave the East Side. You got people from the South Side, what we call the jungle, Jurassic Park, who never leave. You know what I'm saying? So we like where you from really matter. That's just like the Migos coming from the North Side. You know what I'm saying? Like when you from the South Side, you might never meet. I know people from the South Side who've never met anybody from Gwinnett. You know what I'm saying? Who've never met anybody on the North Side ever. Like never seen it. And so that's just how the state's set up because we live in quadrants.
It's spread out like that.
It's spread out, and that the same thing happened. Why? Like,
so what's the most popping section right now? You from the South Side? You feel like that's what you got to rep? What's popping right now? Like who y'all in competition with in hip hop out there?
East Side is about it.
The East Side. Who's from the East Side?
Just because of the amount of artists. You know what I'm saying? Like the Migos is right now like the only people coming out of the North, and K-Camp, of course. You know, you got First, my boy First from FKI, but they not. You talking about a multitude of artists. You know, the East Side.
Who got the biggest records? What side of town?
Are we talking about
like popular, like most popular right now?
I mean, it's the East Side. They got Gucci and Future and half the fucking rap game. They all from the East Side. You know
word?
Yeah, like most of them from the East Side. So that's what nobody be realizing. But the South Side got all the legends though. You know what I'm saying? We got Luda, we got Waka, we got Lil Jon. You know, a couple years.
So y'all on the comeback.
Yeah, we on
North Side has always been quiet.
Right.
And the East Side got things on smash right now.
And then the West Side is the West Side. Like, everybody that come from the West Side, you know where they come from the West Side. Everybody that sound anything like Dro or got them bouncy beats, they like, you know what I'm saying? That's the West Side, period.
All right, I'm getting my Atlanta education.
Yeah.
And hopefully you are too of you. Probably more people watching right now know more than me about it, listening right now. So let's get back this record on. Right. Is there anything else? Because I copped this you guessed it on iTunes when I first heard about it, so
Appreciate
I copped it. But so I put a little money in your pocket, a little
Qualis.
Would you probably get 5 cents off my download, something like that?
Shit, man.
Coach, how much you get off a download?
Don't tell him.
How much?
Not much, sir. What else should people be copping from you? You got mixtapes. You got what they should be doing.
This was so crazy about it. Everybody is so on that. You guessed it. You know what I'm saying? And not only did we drop other records after that one that actually doing crazy. I know one more.
But this is your
200,000 plays right now.
This is your biggest
This the big one right now because of Vine or some shit. If niggas would have heard "Want More" and then went on it, you hear all these "Want More" Vines. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact of what caught first, and I ain't mad at it. But it's so much more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
pace yourself. So I heard you say early in the conversation you thought you was gonna turn this thing around in 5 months. Right. Pace yourself.
I mean, no,
because as fast as you arrive, it could be as fast as you exit, my G.
Fuck that. Nah, we don't walk out.
I'm just telling you, it could happen.
Right.
I mean, you may not want to, but you know, there's always an exit sign.
Nah, I mean, it's always an exit sign, but you can show as fuck go away from that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like people like when I said the 5 months thing, it's like this. When we started OGG like last November, you know, like really made it something. Mm-hmm. You know, I had Live Life, my mixtape. I had my niggas, and that was it. Nobody else had no project, you know what I'm saying? And I had Road Running, which was on Give 'Em Hell, and Road Running was in heavy rotation. Road Running was everywhere in Atlanta. Like, niggas was playing that shit nonstop. Mm. You know, it was only because we put Road Running and Bitch You Guessed It on Give 'Em Hell, and then Bitch You Guessed It took off.
Right.
That was never even my single. You know,
that's how it happens, though. You gotta let the people pick.
You gotta let the people decide.
And sometimes, you know, all of us, radio people, record labels, artists, we think we know what the people want.
Right.
And they'll tell us. They'll tell us.
Yeah.
Bitch, you guessed it. That's what they want.
For real, that's what they wanted.
OG, Maco.
Hell yeah.
Here, Ebro in the morning.
Yeah. You was right.